What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Worm. I'm coming at you with another video. And when it comes to Kotaku, this has always been a garbage tier website. This is a website notorious for posting false information, blatant lies, and consistently advocating for more progressive agendas being shoved into video games and pop culture, and has ultimately destroyed its own credibility by, well, being blatantly partisan in all of its actions. But we've known this for quite some time now. Heck, we've known this since 2018. But now it's starting to really come back and bite Kotaku, Geo Media, and other websites in the butt, considering there are some people right now that aren't really happy with Kotaku and its current reporting. And we come over here to this from that Park Place. Kotaku could be in deep trouble as former Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick sues parent company for alleged defamation on controversial gaming site. That's right, Bobby Kotick has come out here and decided to sue Geo Media, the parent company of Kotaku and the former parent company of Gizmodo, for two articles that went out discussing Bobby Kotick's alleged interest in potentially buying TikTok. And he's not too happy about how they decided to report on these things. Now, when these came out, Gizmodo was currently owned by Geo Media. Since then, Gizmodo has been sold off, so now they're their own entity, and I don't think that it's actually going to survive this lawsuit if it actually goes to trial, but we'll get deeper into that. But we come right on back over here to that Park Place, and we'll get into this a little bit. According to the legal complaint, Kotick contends that both Kotaku and Gizmodo published articles regarding his rumored involvement in a potential acquisition of TikTok. Kotick alleges that outlets unnecessarily revived past accusations against him that had already been dismissed as part of the coverage. The lawsuit states that the reference claims stemming from prior investigations into Activision Blizzard had been conclusively disproven by numerous investigations, yet were still used in articles. Kotick argues this inclusion served no journalistic purpose and was designed to cause reputational harm. Efforts from Kotick's representatives to request corrections were reportedly met with minimal action, while Gizmodo removed the word disgraced from its original headline, and both sites later added brief clarifications. Kotick asserts the articles continue to mischaracterize the situation. Now, when it comes to this particular situation, I really don't think that it's going to go far, but I do think that this is going to be utilized to help further discredit Kotaku and basically Geo Media as a whole, and this is a tactic that is going to be used to basically silence any and all dissent about Kotick and what was going on over at Activision Blizzard. Because we can come over here to both the Kotaku article, and you don't have to actually scroll that far. You end up just seeing a random area in which they just start talking about everything that went on over at Activision Blizzard back in 2021. And the same can be said over here at Gizmodo, where they do the exact same thing, in which you just scroll slightly down and you can end up seeing the exact same situation being brought up for no apparent reason. It has nothing to do with the potential acquisition of TikTok. It has nothing to do with what's going on right now. They just use it to slander and smear Bobby Kotick even more. Now, this particular situation that happened back in 2021 in regards to Activision Blizzard ended up being basically settled out of court. That doesn't mean that they pleaded to being guilty or not guilty. That just means they decided to settle because it was going to end up being just a bigger hassle to go through the entire litigation process instead of just, you know, paying out a lump sum of money to just get it all over with. And considering it was $54 million back then and they sold off for $68 billion to Microsoft, I think it was basically a drop in the bucket for them. But ultimately, this whole lawsuit isn't really aimed at Kotaku or Gizmodo. It's aimed at Geo Media. And for those of you who are unaware, Geo Media isn't in a good place right now. Geo Media is unable to actually fight a lot of these lawsuits because Geo Media has been going through massive amounts of sell-offs and massive amounts of layoffs. Heck, you can come back over here to SBJ over here where they were talking about how they had to sell off Deadspin after losing a massive defamation lawsuit about a little kid just wanting to watch the Kansas City Chiefs game, and the fact that, well, Geo Media has been cutting staff left, right, and center and selling off brands left, right, and center. You can come over here to Variety, Jezebel shutting down parent company Geo Media, laying off 23 staffers, and just shortly after that one, Geo Media cuts Kotaku to the bones as more writers are laid off. Geo Media doesn't have the finances to actually fight this. Neither does Kotaku, neither does Gizmodo. What's more than likely happening here is Bobby Kotick's utilizing the fact that neither of these companies have the money to actually fight these lawsuits or fight any of these litigation, to get them to apologize, to get them to alter everything, and to get them to just shut up and quit talking about it. And whether that's right or wrong, I'm not here to say, but in the long run, it's just going to be used to discredit Kotaku even more, discredit Geo Media even more, and discredit Gizmodo even more. This is all blowing up in their faces, and it's all because of their piss poor reporting that's finally coming to bite them in the ass. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out with friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.